guys, welcome to my kitchen. A little bit of a different scene today. So I cannot believe that Valentine's Day is this Thursday. I have no idea where January and February went. So I wanted to share with you what I'm going to be making for Valentine's Day this year. Really simple meal. Considering Valentine's Day falls on a Thursday, I mean, you might be really tired from work or not really have time to do anything this year. So this is a really simple meal that you can make that's really not going to take any time at all and is, you know, a little fancier than usual. And on the menu tonight are scallops in a lemon cream sauce. So if you've never had scallops before, they're a really mild shellfish. And don't worry, there's so much sauce in this dish that if you don't think you might like it, there's gonna be plenty of sauce to just mop everything up. And that's really what's giving us all the flavor for tonight. So if your scallops are frozen, you're gonna want to defrost them by putting them in the refrigerator or into a bath of cold water until they defrost. So I did this just for a few moments because there was still just a little bit of ice crystals on my scallops. Then before we saute them, we want them to be nice and dry. So pat them dry with some paper towels. And since these scallops are really only going to take a few minutes to make, we want to make sure that we're going to have all of our sides prepped in advance. So tonight I'll be making mashed potatoes. You guys know how crazy of a mashed potato fan I am. But you could also do rice if you wanted, or even pasta, risotto, polenta, or if you are on the low carb diet, I guess you could do like zucchini noodles or anything that's just really going to mop up all of that sauce on the side. All right, so let's get to making those scallops. The first thing to do is to peel about 5 garlic cloves and mince them if you don't have a garlic crusher. We're gonna heat up our pan by adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And make sure that skillet is nice and hot before we put those scallops on because we want them to sear really well. So if they don't start searing immediately, wait until it does and then add the rest. And saute on the first side for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. And sear on the other side for about another 2 minutes. Then we're going to remove them from the pan and make our sauce. First thing you're going to want to do is add about 2 tablespoons of butter and add that garlic. Stir it around a bit and then add a 1/4 cup of white wine. Don't worry, you'll be drinking wine with dinner tonight, so you can always just use a 1/4 cup of that. And if you're not a wine drinker, you can always substitute chicken stock. Then we're going to stir it around a bit until the wine has evaporated by about half. Make sure you do this part because you don't want your sauce to taste too whiny. Then we're going to add a cup of heavy cream. Turn down the heat to low so we can just have this cream sauce start simmering because we don't want this to bubble too crazy. We just want it to be a nice little simmer and let it thicken up a bit. Finally, add the juice of a half a lemon. Give it another stir and then add your scallops back in just to heat them up a little bit. And that's it, guys. It was under 10 minutes. It comes together so quick. So now let's plate these bad boys up. Just put some mashed potatoes or whatever you chose as your side on the plate. I bought 10 scallops, so Andrew and I each get 5. Spread the cream sauce over it. And add a little bit of garlic chives or parsley just for that, you know, green aesthetic, make it look all pretty. Now, when it comes to wine pairing, this dish has cream, it has lemon, and it has butter in it. And since the scallops are a little meaty but not too crazy, of course, I'm going to be drinking Chardonnay with this meal because, let's come up, just absolutely fantastic. So with a dish like this, when it comes to Chardonnay, we want something that's really balanced. It can't be too oaky, otherwise it will overwhelm the dish. But we do need a little bit of oak and body in there just to stand up to the dish. So my favorite regions for Chardonnay with this kind of style would be something that's in a cooler climate. So Russian River Valley, Sonoma Coast, maybe a white Burgundy. These are all really great options. They'll have that acidity to match the acidity in the dish, but they won't overwhelm it with the oak. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.